Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have another homeschooling video for you guys today, and I think that this is going to help a lot of you understand how I use my Sonlight instructor's guides. So before I jump into the video, if you're new here, my name is Ashlee and I am a homeschooling mom to 4, and part of our homeschool curriculum that I utilize is Sonlight, and I've done about 10 to 20 videos on it, but you guys will not believe that like one of the most common questions I get asked is, I referenced in a few of my videos that I spiral bind my instructor's guides and people want to see those. And so that is what this video is going to be about. So if that is something that you're interested in, then stay tuned. So first, let me get into why I decided to spiral bind my Sonlight instructor's guides. And the first reason is because I found the large binder that the company provides when you purchase the curriculum from them to just be too big for the amount of instructor's guides that I have. So I have two cores, which are Bible, history, geography, and our read alouds, all in one section. So I have one that I'm utilizing for my older two and another one that I'm utilizing for my younger two. And then on top of that, I have language arts for 3 out of my 4 children. And last year we did utilize Sonlight Science. This year we did not, but last year I did spiral bind that as well. So you can imagine that if you put all of those instructor's guides for an entire school year together, it would be like this thick, literally, and so hard to navigate and just really difficult. So the way that I like to do it is I spiral bind each guide separately. So I pulled them out because I've gotten a lot of questions on this. Some of you might be thinking, this is like not a really good video, but I'm not kidding. I get asked this all the time. So hopefully this will help. Okay, so let's just get started. So these are my instructor's guides. They are open to the week that we have just finished, which is week 12. So this is level D, History, Bible, Literature, and this is level A, History, Bible, Literature. So you can see that this is an entire school year. These are the newly formatted Sonlight guides, so they do have color, which I love, and they have redesigned this in many different little ways that I give 2 thumbs up to. One of my other guides that you'll see here is an older version, and you'll be able to tell right away. So I leave it open to the week that I'm on. Someone asked me, what do I do with my number tabs? Because in the past, Sonlight had like little binder tabs for each week. They no longer have that. So they just have the week number at the top. So these guides stay out in our homeschool space, actually on a little like book stand. So I always have them open to the week they are on. And then when we complete everything, I turn the page, and it is a very rewarding feeling. Now you might be noticing that I do not write on my guides, and you're correct. I do not write on my guides. I mentally check off what we have accomplished, and I move down that way. I do not want to write on my guides because, say, I pass them on to a friend or maybe some other thing, and I just don't want writing all over them. So these are 2 of the spiral bound instructor's guides, and they are just so much easier to lay flat on your table, have this here. It's so much easier to just turn pages like this versus having a large binder, and I'll quickly show you. So I just did a black backing, and then I put a plastic cover over the front. So this is the front of them. So they're protected. Same thing for this one. Okay, so they are separate. I did not put them all together. And I did that, like I said, because I didn't want them like having all the levels together for those reasons that I said in the beginning of the video. And now I have language arts. So this is level 2, a new guide here. Same thing. The guide is spiral bound. I have a black cover and a plastic front on it. I will quickly show you that. and I leave it open. So my little guy who is on level 2, all of his language arts assignments are here. The information I need as an instructor is on the back, and I leave it open until we're done with everything we need to accomplish on that page. I have the same thing for Language Arts D, which is the first year in Sonlight where the language arts goes with a letter that is combined with a core versus being a number. So that threw me off a little bit. So core D, level D, language arts goes together. So I have this new guide as well, the same thing. I do sometimes attach a little page tab when there's something that I want to do. So the way that I set up this guide is I have all of the language arts weeks 1 through 36 in a row. And then in the back, I have all of the week readers. So these are the readers that my daughter is reading, and these are some of the comprehension questions that we discuss, map references, anything like that. So that's the way I set up this guide, and spiral bound as well. Now this is an older guide that I actually got this used. And so you can see, look at this older guide. I think this one was made in 2003. So it is a little bit older, but you can see it's black and white. This is Language Arts 4-5, but the same principle applies. It's spiral bound. It's open to the week that I have it on. It tells me day by day what I'm doing and the reader questions on the back, and that is for my son. Now, the language arts program comes with consumable, which means things you will write on and throw away, activity sheets. Now, each one of those came with a set of activity sheets. However, I do not want my children to write on the originals because I have younger kids that will eventually use those levels. If I use those sheets, then I wouldn't have them anymore. And yes, you can reorder them from Sonlight, but to prevent having to do that, you are allowed to photocopy them for your own use once you've purchased it. So that is what I did. I photocopied all of the student sheets for each of those language arts levels. And then at the same time at Office Max, but any printing place will be able to do this for you. I had them, and the glare on the plastic is kind of bad, but I had them make my kiddos a spiral bound language arts book. So you can see this is my daughter's, and each week is in here like this, and she leaves it open onto the week that she's on, and there we go. And it has all of her stuff, so she will write directly on here. I went ahead and did the same thing for my son who is utilizing Language Arts 2, and the same thing for my son who is utilizing Language Arts 4-5 with Sonlight. So I hope that helps any of you guys out there who have wondered how exactly I spiral bind my Sonlight instructor's guides. I find it to be really helpful and just a lot easier for me as a teacher, especially with multiple kids. So I hope it helps any of you out there. If you guys have any further questions about Sonlight, I will have the whole playlist linked for you, and feel free to ask me any questions down in the comments. I always take time to respond, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.